have not been hearing my recording, and I need to make some corrections in that. Um, um, I don't know why you're not hearing my voice, but we are trusting God that we'll get it right. Amen. Because you need to be hearing. But I know that we have all heard the actual message, and that is what is most important. We have all heard the actual message, and you didn't hear my voice, but you've heard the message. And I'm sorry that you didn't hear that. But, but by the grace of God, I hope that it's a little bit louder now just to give me a little test of yes,
It's
yes.
a little bit louder now
I
just
think
to
it's
give me
much.
a little
I'm
test
actually listening to
of
it myself now.
yes. I hope that it's a little bit louder now just to give me a little
I'm
test
actually listening to
of
it myself now.
yes. I hope that it's a little bit louder now just to give me
Amen.
a little
I'm
test
actually
of
listening to it myself you can
now.
see
Yes.
that. Amen. So I know there's still some fumble about it, but I want to thank everyone that participated and came on and listened to the program today. The Lord bless you. Amen. Real well. And if you didn't get it, um, we want to welcome um, our district coordinator or Pastor Uche. And if you didn't hear it before, we want to thank God for him. And in this month, we will be going, he'll be traveling in this April, he'll be traveling out to Uganda. First, he'll be stopping in Kenya, and the second church there that we have, which is um, um, in Kakamega, not Nakuru, but he's stopping into. So all those of you who are in Nakuru, please don't be upset. I know you want to see us there as well, but we are on a we are on a we are on a heavy schedule here, amen. And he'll be going over to Kakamega to install our pastor, ordain and install our pastor Heron. If there's any time he he probably can get down to Nakuru, but from Kakamega he will then be traveling on to um, Uganda over in Kampala. I am sure he will not even have enough time to go up to see the other brethren in the PEO ministry in the western coast up there. However, it's a heavy trip, and we are trusting God for him. We want to keep him in our prayers. Then in the month of May, myself and my wife we will be going on to Pakistan, and it's there in Pakistan that we will be baptizing. We will be doing much of the service that the Lord will have us to do there in Pakistan. Thank God for His mercies and for His grace in what needs to happen there in Pakistan. Um, I also want to thank God, amen, once again for our Pastor Grace Akolonu and for this powerful message of what God is doing, amen, and what God requires of us in in the royal priesthood. And so I acknowledge and appreciate, amen, that teaching message I call it, amen, and how spot on it is to to the children and to everyone else, amen, in the royal priesthood as prince and princesses, amen. So we give God thanks for that. Now, I'm hoping at some point, I don't know when, I've just come back just today. After our service, we went straight over to celebrate our Pastor Grace birthday, and today is her birthday, and the house was packed, amen, to celebrate her birthday. And I told her, I said, I'm leaving a bit early because I have to get back to the broadcast today. And guess who's the preacher? The person that be preaching to you, amen. You're preaching today. So that's the person that be preaching, amen. So I want you to keep her in prayer. I want at some time, by the grace of God, as God will, to bring her personal testimony and that of our um, Apostle George Akalunu, the husband of our Pastor Grace. And they will share their personal testimony of how God chose them. And when God chose them, it was as though we're going back for God to show us the pattern of many things, of things that He does. That you go back to the pattern when God told Abraham that Sarah would be with child, and Sarah's womb was closed. And oftentimes when God call you to something, before you see that something, I think faith is the key that God is looking for. For without faith, it is impossible to please God. He that cometh to Him must believe that He is the rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. So you've got to have that faith, and I think that faith is tried long before you see what God has for you. So we are praying by the grace of God that we would begin to understand this. And as Abraham, so our Apostle George and Pastor Grace, she could not have children, but today she have five lovely, or they have five lovely grown children. Amen. And we are thankful to God for them. And God is doing some marvelous things. And I tell you, I'm so glad to be connected with our Apostle George and Pastor Grace Akolonu. They are my spiritual covering. Amen. They are the ones, amen, to whom I'm accountable to. Amen. So we just thank God for them and we bless them. We want to also express our thanks to those of you who were part of our IMF chapter on Saturday in Croydon. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. We want to thank God for our brother September. I saw that you shared, or your presence was on the online today in the broadcast. The Lord bless you, son, and the Lord go with you. I hope you will get in contact with me, because I've been trying to get in contact with you. But the Lord bless you real well. And thank everyone. Everyone, we thank you for being part of the program today. God bless you. We'll see you again here next week by God's grace. Let me know if you're hearing me, because I know I can hear myself. But I think we're going to have to redress this again, because there seems to still be some technical issue there. So the Lord bless you, and I'll see you